Satybaldiev. Uran Satybaldiev versus Diyar Nurgozhay. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his name properly. But guys, Satybaldiev's name sounds like Salty Baldiev. Salty Bal. I don't want to say the words. Anyway, Uran is going to have a 5-inch reach advantage, massive. Um, and then as far as finishing ability, let's see. I think both of them are pretty good, or rather at the very least, are pretty decent at finishing fights. But I'm leaning a little bit towards. Let me basically see. I think it's kind of hard to predict this kind of fight, largely because both of them are pretty new in the UFC. Okay, so as far as finishing ability, Nurgozhay, what should I refer to this guy as? I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name. Should I say Daya? Okay, I'll just go with Nurgozhay. F Chase Hooper. This fight is hard as fuck to pick. I'm with you there. For me, it's largely because both of them are not particularly tested in the UFC, so it's kind of hard to actually know how good the other guy is. But as far as finishing ability, it feels like Nurgazay might have a bit of an advantage there. Um, sheesh. I mean, even knockout power. I feel like um, FJ Hooper may as well flip a coin. Yeah, I think Nurgazay has a bit of power. I think both of them like have some power, but obviously finishing ability, I feel like it leans more towards Nurgazay with an 80% finishing rate. Setibodiev is at 67%, but both of them are pretty good at the feed, whereas Nurgazay is a little bit more well-rounded. As far as output, Nurgazay is better. Um, Not by much, but he is a little bit better. He throws a little bit more. Defensively, I feel like both of them are pretty much on the same level. Not too bad, not too terrible, just average striking defense. Uh, mm. This one is going to be very tricky because based on activity and power, I could see Setibodiev throwing a little bit more, landing the more significant shots, um, hurting Setibodiev. I don't know why I'm saying all of this because I picked Setibodiev, but it is what it is. So I could see Nurgazay being a little bit more active. Just that I don't know if I've seen enough of him go to a decision for me to feel confident that he can actually win a decision against Setibaldiev, who has been to a decision a lot more. So I trust Setibaldiev a little bit more to successfully win a decision because I don't know how Nergazay's cardio is, right? F Chase Hooper, should I pick higher? I don't know, man. Let's see. It's kind of tricky to actually call it. You know what? I think he could win. I think he could win. In all honesty, I see this fight playing out on the feed. I think both of them are pretty good defensively. I don't, but offensively, the little that I've seen in as far as wrestling goes, I've seen it from Nergazay. So I don't know. I haven't seen anything from Setibodi. I've at the very least from what I've seen from the both of them. I haven't seen enough wrestling from Setibodiev. I've only seen it from Nergazay. But both of them are pretty good defensively as far as grappling goes. So most likely this fight will not go to the ground. So it probably stays on the feet. And on the feet, Nurgaz, both of them have knockout ability. They have a pretty decent amount of with like for example on the feed, Setibodiev has a 56% finishing rate as far as KO TKO, and Nergazay has a 60% finishing rate. So both of them are pretty decent at finishing fights on the feet. But I feel like, what do you call him? Nurgozhay is going to be a little bit more active. Defensively, both of them are more or less on the same level. But on the other hand, Satybaldiev has like a, what do you call it? A 5 inch reach advantage. And normally in a striking match, which I think this is going to be, I don't think it's going to be to go to the ground. It comes down to whether or not you believe Nurgozhay is good at closing the distance. The thing about this particular fight is I don't know enough about their skills. Um, they are they are light heavyweights, right? So I'm going to go out on a limb and say I don't think Nurgozhay is going to be very good at closing the distance. Um, because we have, in my opinion, I'm going to ignore the grappling. I don't think it's going to ever go there. I don't think either of them are going to be successful at taking the other one down. So on the feed, the breakdown for me is the best way for Nurgozhay to have success if he's good at closing the distance. I don't know if he's good at closing the distance because a 5 inch reach advantage is massive. So I could see a situation where Satybaldiev touches him up for 3 rounds and wins the decision. Another issue I have with Nurgozhay, apart from the 5 inch reach advantage, is the fact that I don't know how durable he is and how much he can sustain his output. Right, he might throw a lot, but I don't know his output throughout. Man, let me check something. Uh, I feel like I was on the right track as far as the breakdown of this particular fight. I just need to check something and verify if my analysis is correct of this particular fight, because now I'm leaning more towards Satybaldiev because I feel like there are a couple of things that I'm worried about because this fight will most likely take place on the feet. And if Nurgozhay does not have what I'm looking for, I think he might lose a close decision. It might not be close depending on his cardio as well, because he's a finisher, unfortunately for him. And normally finishers, especially at light heavyweight, when it goes to the second and third, it becomes a little bit harder for them to sustain it if they don't finish in the first round. Ah man, he lost to he lost to Brenderson Ribeiro. And I mean, Ribeiro is not too bad, um, but it further supports my analysis, right? It just seems like Nurgozhay needs to finish or he's not gonna win, and he got finished in the second round. So I think my concern about his cardio might be accurate in this particular situation because at the very least, what do you call him? Uran was able to go to a unanimous decision with what do you call him? Martin Boudet, and I know that it was heavyweight, but still, decision with a heavyweight is massively impressive because the guy is big, man. The guy is massive. So the mere fact that he was, because heavyweights have the power to knock you out, even though it's Martin Boudet, but still, heavyweights have the power to knock you out. And the fact that he was durable enough in order to avoid getting finished by Martin Boudet, I think, gives me a little bit more confidence. And the crazy part is, um, I had I had forgotten how their last fights ended, and I analyzed this fight pretty perfectly without knowing how their last fights went, because I honestly didn't check how their last fights went, but I think I analyzed this fight so perfectly. So in a nutshell, here's my analysis. Right, both of them are pretty good defensively on the ground. So I don't think Satybaldiev is going to take down Nurgozhay, and I don't think Nurgozhay is going to take down Satybaldiev. So that essentially means this fight will probably be on the feet. And on the feet, I don't trust Nurgozhay's cardio. That's number one. I don't trust his cardio. I don't think he's good enough to actually get to a decision and win a decision. I think he's going to be very dangerous in the first round and maybe the early part of the second round. I think in order for him to be successful against Setibaldiev, I would I would need for to have confidence in Nurgozhay's ability to close the distance because I feel like Setibaldiev's 5 inch reach advantage is going to be massive. Um, and to actually get close is going to take a lot of energy, especially for a light heavyweight, which I don't think is going to be that good at closing the distance. So you know what? I think Uran Satybaldiev gets a decision. He wins by point fighting. Easy style. I don't know how to describe it. Just easy style meaning he touches you and wins on points. He doesn't hurt you that much. He's just landing a lot more successfully. Maybe Setibaldiev might be not Setibald. Nergazay might be throwing, but he'll be missing a lot. And Setibaldiev will be touching him. And maybe in the first round and second round, there won't be that much of a damage that's visible. Maybe the damage will probably be visible in the third round. Um, I could see maybe Nergazay having a bit of success in the first round, and then second round and third round, Seti Baldiev takes over. The mere fact that Seti Baldiev has 33%, what 33%, right? 33% decisions, and his last fight, like literally his debut in the UFC, went to a decision, gives me more confidence that he's going to be able to get to a decision. And to be honest, I could see a situation where um, I could see a situation where Nergozay gets tired late in the second round and gets finished, maybe late in the second round or maybe third round or probably even in the first round. But I'm willing to go with like late second round finish, or third round, or if not, then it's going to go to a decision. But after analyzing this fight, I'm a little bit more confident in Uran Satybaldiev. I'm actually getting this one done. Close fight though. Both of them have one fight in the UFC. There's not enough information to go on. But I would feel like the fact that Uran went to a decision with a someone who has knockout ability. I mean, it's heavyweight. Everyone has knockout ability at heavyweight. Even if it was Martin Buday, the mere fact that he was able to go to a decision, whereas Nergazay lost in the second round via submission, further affirms my analysis. I think he is going to have to win this fight in the first round. If it doesn't happen in the first round, I don't see him winning this particular fight. So my subscribers and I are going with Seti Baldiev. Whew, this one was fun to break down. Considering I didn't know a lot about this particular fight, but somehow I did it. Good boy. Good boy. Let me respond to you guys. F Chase Hoop, I feel like if it goes long, it favors Seti Baldiev. 100% agreed. Um, I'm gonna lean Uran because Daira looked very hittable and chinny. I agree. I mean, he has the ability to finish fights, but on another hand, I mean, that was outside the UFC. We haven't seen much in his UFC career so far. FJ's Hooper, I think you convinced me with the reach. I think a lot of people overlook that. I don't really care too much about height. I reach. F Chase Hooper, having a reach advantage means you can establish a good jab more effectively. Yeah, and that allows you to avoid getting hit a lot more, and that's why he's decent defensively as far as striking goes. I think, and closing the distance, I don't think Nergazay is going to be good enough to actually close the distance. Um, FJ Super, Uran looked big at heavyweight. Shouldn't he? look like the bigger guy here. I don't know, man. I think he looked a little bit smaller, but one thing for sure is probably going to increase his cardio, in my opinion. I think at least the the discipline it takes to cut down a weight class in Holland, even when he's trash. He's trash at middleweight, but for some reason he's a little bit better at welterweight because it takes a little bit more discipline to go down a weight class. Um, and even what's that one of the tougher brothers, even though he lost, he looked a little bit more improved than when he was at heavyweight in that particular fight. So I feel like cutting down is going to help him. I'm not particularly sure about the size, but it doesn't feel like Nurgozhay looks like he should be at middleweight. In all honesty, with his body type, it doesn't look like it's muscle. But normally, guys that look like this have good cardio, but it doesn't look like Nurgozhay has good cardio, in my opinion. FJ Super, LOL coincidence. I found LOL a coincidence. I found was that the last dude, Diyar Ford, had the nickname Gorilla, and now he's fighting another dude with Gorilla as his nickname. I mean, hopefully that means he's going to lose. FJ Super, blood is butter, go 0-2 fighting Gorillas. That's crazy. FJ Super, I'm picking Uran probably by KO. Yeah, probably second round or third round. That's highly possible. Shashot McGee, Uran cause he beats the puss out of people. Best name ever. Uran via name your aura. Shashot McGee beats the piss out of people. Oh, okay. I was confused what you meant by that. So yeah, my subscribers and I are going with Uran. I wasn't very confident before breaking down this particular fight. I'm a little bit more confident. I love and appreciate all of you guys. Whew, tomorrow I can take a break, but there's a lot that I need to do. But I think I'm done breaking down every single fight on this card. Don't forget to join the live watch alongs, guys. I think that's the next time I'm going to be seeing you. Doing these breakdowns every day, I thought it would be easy. Man, it's a lot. Like when I'm sitting down and doing them, it doesn't feel like a lot. But the mental preparation throughout the whole day, knowing that okay, I have to go live, I have to go live. I feel like there's a weight lifted off my shoulder once I'm like, okay, I've done it. It's similar to posting in the community section. Oh my goodness, that's one of the most hardest. Oh no, I don't know how to describe it. Anyway, F Chase Hooper, bro, this card is early as F. Thank you for that. I didn't actually know. I didn't actually know. I need to check. I need to check the time, because I genuinely would have. But I normally check it on Saturday, and I probably might have checked it a little bit too late. So hopefully, maybe this will give me an opportunity to actually rest a little bit on Friday. Like I need to sleep a little bit late so that or rather I need to sleep after I finish doing the predictions. I need to check the time. Thank you for that, FJ Hooper. Your name is kind of wild, man. Um, FJ Hooper, in my region, it starts at like 6 or 7 a.m. Are you sure? I mean, me and you, our time zones are not that far apart. I think maybe we are like an hour apart. Are you sure it starts that early? I mean, if that's the case, I mean, that's cool. I think so. I'll have to check though. I'll have to check if that's the case. Then it means I don't have to sleep or anything like that. I can just wake up and stream, and then I'll be done by the middle of the day, and I can focus on doing. Hopefully, it's like that. I actually would like it if the streams started early in the morning because then I would have just woken up like normally. Like I normally wake up and start streaming. Hopefully, when they move to Paramount, they start doing that. Um, F Chase Hooper might be wrong. Yeah, I'd need to actually. Why am I saying I'd need to check that? Oh, snap! You might be right, dude. Like in South African time. Wow, that's crazy. So in South African time, the prelims are going to start at 9 a.m. Wow, this is gonna be unique. Okay, but that also means I'm not going to be very tired when I'm doing the stream. So for the first time ever since I've started streaming, it means the watch alongs will be during the day. Wow. Okay. Shout out UFC. Thank you for this one. 9 a.m. in the morning. So, F Chase Hoop, I think you're right. I mean, I think it helps to have like a closer time frame with you because I know in my head, okay, if it's this time in your area, like I know I'm 2 hours, an hour, 2 hours ahead of you or behind you, so I'll probably be somewhere around that time, even on my time zone. So shout out to you, man. I wasn't even sure. Like, okay, in South Africa, it's going to start at 9 a.m. This is probably the first time I will ever watch UFC this early. FJ Hooper, sleep early on Friday, then wake up really early in the morning. Nah, man, I'm going to for the first time. I'm going to sleep normally. I don't have to prepare. I don't have to sleep extra or anything like that. Just that it just looks like my day will not be fruitful, for lack of a better, not fruitful. Let me not say that. It means my day, Saturday, I can't spend it doing anything else. I'm going to have to watch the UFC during the day because the main card starts at 12 p.m. in South Africa. So that essentially means the entire card will be over by 3 p.m. In the afternoon, or yeah, in the afternoon probably. So yeah, this is going to be a first for me. Um, FJ's Hooper goated start time. Yeah, that's crazy, man. FJ's Hooper might be 8 a.m. Yeah, ours is 9 a.m. FJ's Hooper, trust me, it's an early card. Yeah, it is. Um, says 8 a.m. for me actually. Yeah, it means we are 1 hour behind me and you. So I don't know. Either you're early, yeah, because it starts early for you. So if it starts at 8 in your time, I don't know who's ahead or who's behind. Anyway, it doesn't mean anything. Anyway, shout out to you for that, man. I can promise you, if you didn't say that, I would have been like somewhere around 5 p.m. I would have been like, okay, let me start scheduling my life. And the fight card would have been over at that time. Thank you. Thank you for that, my guy. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Saturday for that live watch along. I love and appreciate all of you. Until Saturday, early in the morning. I'll see you then. Deuces.